We have Ethereum versus the dollar, and this one a little bit of a laggard actually, all things considered in the current movement. Now, I do think that Ethereum is generally going to follow the rest of the market and very likely does have another upside continuation move somewhere around, let's say, 34 to 3,500 or so. So I think that we got one more continuation move here, and then I'd very likely be looking for a pullback somewhere in the mid 3400s, let's say. After that, obviously, I do think that it's just easier to watch Bitcoin for general, for the general market's direction. But in this case right here, we are seeing something that is rather interesting to me in the sense that daily RSI is kind of getting way away from the exponential there. So I probably am looking for a little bit of a short-term consolidation somewhere around that target. Again, probably in like the deeper 3400s if I had to guess. Obviously has a silver cross on the daily right here. And I will put in invalidation on this one below about 2950 for overall daily continuation. So that essentially means that I'm bullish on this one, looking for higher prices probably in the next month or so. Assuming that level does not get hit to the downside. Until then, if we're looking at the higher term timeframes right here, like the weekly, I think that something very important just happened as of last week's, or this is not last week, this was last night's closure, that being Sunday. We did confirm regular drives of bullish evidence. I think we actually identified that a couple weeks ago, middle of March right here, but ultimately we're seeing continuation from there. Any sort of short-term corrections down to 3150 is completely fine. Again, I only look at it as problematic below 2950 very specifically right there. Until then, based off of this right here, I probably am, again, I am looking for a pullback somewhere around the deeper 34s to maybe low 3500s, but ultimately, any sort of a closure, even on a daily above about 34.20, let's say, I would be looking for general continuation probably into the next month, April, somewhere around 38 to 3900, which is, a rather big move on a $3,300 name right now. So pretty damn good right there. As far as short-term timeframes go, again, probably one more continuation drive to the upside and then that pullback. I'd be looking at 4-hour BBWP to kind of get that. I want to see extremes here at minimum 85 percentile before a short-term, medium-term pullback in that case. If we go over here and check out stochastic momentum, I am going to imagine we're probably going to see something relatively similar to Bitcoin. Yeah, we do see that weekly stochastic is to the upside as long as this one's closing above about 2,500, and we are actually going to see the DMI flip above 3,500. So that would be the perfect signal from this strategy's perspective right here. On the advanced stochastic. Other than that, I don't think that we're going to see too much value from looking at the short-term timeframes right here. They're obviously going to be way the fuck up there right now when things are, breaking on the medium-term timeframe. So I think we'll just kind of avoid that for right now. Other than that, I'd really just be paying attention to the higher-term timeframes. And a very, very... weekly still pretty damn good. Monthly also, yes, I should mention this. Monthly, any sort of a closure above last month's high, which is 32.84, which you're currently above right now. I'd very likely be looking for Ethereum to make that next leg up towards those deeper 3,000 targets in April, probably mid to late April if I had to guess. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful, and there you go for Ethereum, sir.